as the season goes on, hopefully. But your identity now should be firmly established, what type of team you are and want to be. Teams that don't have that, they're in trouble.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Doncic against Morant. Edey. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Edey's got his second basket of the night. And so Morant will bring it up for the Lakers. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
They grab their own miss. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Here's Bailey. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bailey's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention, there's usually someone open.
Here's Doncic. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Connect. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Now, here's Doncic. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jaren Jackson.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Lakers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. And they will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thanks so much, David. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And we're now around the midway point through the group stage game. So let's check out the NBA Cup standings.
Well, as you know, teams are randomly drawn to their groups based off their record from the previous season. And as you can tell, some of these groups are easier to navigate than others.
Here's Edey. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. On the wing, Bane. Defended by Dort. And Desmond Bane, good for 3.
Well, that's Bain's go-to zone. You can't let him have a look from there.
And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bain evolve into a number one option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. They set the pick to the middle. Deflects the pass. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Bailey. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. 14 points for Rain Man.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Heaney. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Driving in, and it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Doncic after the basket by Los Angeles. Payne for 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Connect in the corner. Morant passes to Bailey. Off target with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And here is Wells. Scoreless thus far. Jackson passes to Bain. Here's Edey. Jackson dishes to Wells. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound.
You didn't have to take it.
I don't know, but just good.
Pump in, man. All right.
Okay.
What you say?
I said okay.
Well,
Bye-bye.
hello. Love you.
I love you more.
Love you.
I love you more.
Huh.
By Bailey.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Doncic with the block.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
Payne for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Bain's got his second basket of the night.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Stevens is checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Pippen's checked in for Wells. Now here's Morant. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the bucket by the Lakers. Pass to Doncic. It's tipped.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Here's Bailey, defended by Pippen. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. No good on the triple. Memphis has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Pulls it from the elbow. Pippen misses.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Bailey, defended by Pippen. Vanderbilt the pass to Stevens. Here's Bailey. Shoots. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game. Doncic passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Jackson Jr. is an athlete, a big man with some big-time hops.
Pippen against Morant. Lakers have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Pass to Edey. Now Bane. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Connect with it. Now here's Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. If it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Drills it from outside. Doncic has got 7.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Morant surveying the D. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Edey picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they save the layup.
The first free throw is good. You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Pass to connect. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good. Gabe Pinson, he's checked in for the Lakers. He hits both from the stripe.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Memphis trailing here. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pippen, the pass to Jackson. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's Bailey, guarded by Jackson. Here's Bailey. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Lakers lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Looking at both teams deciding to change it up. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies, you've got Hachimura. Doncic out there with Desmond Bain. And there's Wells. And it's Jackson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Hachimura kicks to Doncic. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, Jackson Jr. is a versatile scorer, which is what allows him to catch fire.
Here's Bailey. Here's Clark. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And how about the catch and fire there from Moran? He's got the endless confidence in his ability.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Bailey's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Inside. Top of the key, connect. Hits it from 3-point range. And it's now only a 1-point Grizzly lead.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Doncic finds Bain. Out to Doncic. And that time, also a missed shot.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Wells. Pass to connect. Drives to the hoop. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this time. Timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. He was all alone on that one. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Bailey. He's covered by Hachimura. Outside, Dort. Here's Bailey. Wells comes with the double team. Dort wide open. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A tight game here in Los Angeles. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Here's Bailey. Lakers coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. And Morant gets it to go.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now, here's Doncic. There's 1:38 left in the first half of the game. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And there's no shortage of fight in Doncic. He's a counter-puncher. Hit him with the three, and he is coming right back at you.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Grizzlies. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team. Jackson has the open look. No good with the triple. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Bailey. To the inside. Outside, Dort. Here's Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Edey comes in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Jackson in for Jackson. Vincent up top. Guarded by Doncic. Bailey sinks the three-pointer. Bailey's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Doncic left side. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
What determination from Doncic, pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Bailey. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Wells. Here's Edey. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Please direct your attention to center court. And is ready for the fast court stop. They're measuring up the shot.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Their approach has been pretty straightforward. Attack, draw fouls, and you could see their enthusiasm. They're pumped up there, Ernie.
Yeah, playing with a high level of activity here. Let's see if they can maintain that, though. And looking ahead tonight, here are the upcoming games we're looking forward to. The Trailblazers. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by Rain Man.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
Lakers leading by 6. We've got Connect. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Rain Man. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Morant in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now, here's Bane. following the miss by John Morant. Doncic bounce pass. Here's Wells. And the three off target. The Lakers shooting at 51%. Really solid. Offensive rebound. Here's Dort. Here's Bailey. He goes up again. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Doncic. To the paint. Here's Heaney. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
The Lakers have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second.
Zach Edey picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Both free throws good from Morant. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way, and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Here's Doncic after the basket by Los Angeles. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Rain. He's averaging 52 points and almost 3.5 steals. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and a lot of that isn't coachable. He just has those defensive instincts that help him get ahead of shooters.
High-level passer, even for a point guard. Morant shows the imagination.
Well, it's blocked, and they get it back. Doncic converts inside.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Morant with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Bailey. He has 35. Clock at 6. Morant against Doncic. And that one's good, Morant.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
Stolen. Out to the wing. Bailey tipped back in for 2. And it's an 8-point Laker lead.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. From the stripe, the Lakers with the rebound.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
As a junior college product, Dalton Knecht, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program. Then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. Look at Rain Man. No doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
Already in his first season, he's really a man in the paint. Ready-made with the strength and determination to make his presence felt.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Shot to stop the run. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Doncic.
Well, the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Here's Bailey. 37 points for him.
And that's big-time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish them.
Doncic with it. Outside, Bane. Jackson kicks to Wells. Pass to Edey. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Bane. Hands it from downtown. Bane's got 9.
Shooting off the catch is the core of Bane's game, but he can do so much more.
Vanderbilt the pass to Bailey. And he dunks it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 18. Doncic with a screen for Bane. From deep. Rebounded by Bailey.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Over in the corner, Dort. The second effort, and the basket by Bailey. Bailey's got 41.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Back to Doncic. Outside Jackson. No good on the 3. Los Angeles leading by 12. Here's Bailey. 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
Pass to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Edey. Jackson, a screen on Dort. Bane for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Bane's got it back down to single digits for Memphis.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Morant. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Stevens is checked in. Pippen's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Bailey. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pippen kicks to Bane. Back to Pippen. Pass to Edey. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, we travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home. Family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me. Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Jackson passes to Doncic. And he lobs it up. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Now here's Jackson. 18 points for him. Doncic, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And the basket by Bailey. Bailey's got 48.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help him win a lot of games.
To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Loads it up there for Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
Now, here's Doncic. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Morant. It's a 10-point game. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Now here's Jackson. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Here's Stevens, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And so it's Memphis with it after the basket by the Lakers. Payton for 3. They get the rebound. They shoot again, and another basket for Memphis.
Stepping in from the line, it's easy money for Bane there.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Stolen by Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that and good. He hits it again.
He's at 50 again. He's done this a few times this year.
This has become old hat. He's tied for the 4th most 50-point games in a single season.
And this is his 9th 50-piece, tying the great Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe's 10 is next up at 3.
Here's Bailey, and another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Lakers ahead, up by 15. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And we reach the 4th quarter, and it comes some changes here for the Grizzlies. Edey's checked in for Rui Hachimura. Jackson comes in for Gigi Jackson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Bane. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Luka Doncic out there with Pippen. Then it's Jaren Jackson. Then there's Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, don't count on Jackson Jr. for big assist numbers, but he'll make smart passes.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
Here's Bailey. He takes it in.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Now, Doncic pass to Jackson, shoots the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 8th assist in the game.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game, first here in this second half.
Here's Bailey, and got it! Another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Here's Edey. Out to Doncic. And here is Wells. Doncic with a screen for Wells. Pass to Jackson from the arc. Here's Doncic. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. Doncic has got 12. Points here in the second half.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Here's Bailey. Launches a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Doncic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Pippen. Here's Jackson. Jackson missing again.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
The Grizzlies call timeout. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Rain Man.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And here is Bane. Jackson looking it over. Bane passes to Doncic. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, teams do.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Rain Man.
the bus. What my house look like? Walking, she gon' make you. I do damage, can't stand it. Psycho bandit, like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing. Get the Sprite in, pull the out the pantry. Take it and I'm dancing. She bop like a, I'm like a candle. Up in the car seat, hold it for ransom. Want her back, better call me. It's whatever I'm buying at the party. Fly, looking dummy. I'll pop the gift. I look like a mummy. I'm getting this cash. It's Monday to Sunday. I guess you won't talk if it ain't about the money. My boys in the and they jump like a bunny. Got it ain't nothing funny. Up on the side.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We bring you a regular season game with extra importance. This is Game 3 of the NBA Cup, a final group stage contest. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And they're down a star player. Who knows how long that'll continue? Tough to compensate, to say the least.
Down a star player. As long as that continues to be the case, they'll have to find a way to compensate, like it or not.
And the Lakers starting five. Ja Morant is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Connect. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Vanderbilt in at power forward. And for the Nuggets, Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Nikola Jokic is out there with John Collins. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. What a huge game in the Cup tonight. Both of these teams 2-0. And a win tonight is a...
Hey, yo, right here! You got it out.
You know I'm flying so I can eat, carrying on in long. So see this, said she was hard, ain't it? What I be, I'm on the block, I ain't trying to get. Yeah, you know I'ma keep. I be out here, they be cut the lights out. We gon' pull up, creep. We got 4 deep in the photo Jeep. My butt is hilly on the seat. My I feel like the way with the heat. Made him do the right there, man. We said something right there at his feet. Yeah, you're sweet. Cut out the road, dress somebody to pull up to me. Let's take you go first, you or me. You or me. Let's play first, you or me. You or me. Let's play. Yeah, me. Yeah, I've been fighting my demons, huh? I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, huh? I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, huh? I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, I've been fighting my, I've been fighting my demons, I've been fighting my, I've been fighting
I've been fighting my demons,
Hey. I'm that same old body with the steez. In a baked outfit, got a shark on the hood of my top and the ape on my tee. Been a minute since I linked with the bro, said link up soon, let's talk over tea. These days it's all about flexing, talk about bro, I'm trying to make this pee. I got a text from the bro in Cali telling me sit tight, gonna make me a beat. In a guy for the stylish babe on a stylish date, trying to make me a treat. She tryna talk about rovers, it's over, I'm tryna bag this dream. 2 sets, let me take this call, gotta skip real soon, tryna pattern this G. It's been OT nights, bit far from the den, tryna get big checks and the cash flow steep. A couple boys on the block, man, I've been lapping on locals and socials, man, it's looking all hot. Tell the youth to stay off the violence and make peace, don't worry about. I'm just keeping it real, man, you know my dough, trust me, big words to my pops. In the yard at the ends with the broski, man, you know me, I'm taking. Don't talk like you know my thing when you're around my I send you to the shops. My bro just came uptown with the latest trends and a few odd cops. In a vintage whip, just gliding, stay sliding in a coupe drop top. Hey, baby girl, I got Tino Tetley. Wait, tell me why you never come check me. You tell me that I'm way too spendy. Wait, babes, I'm just too flexy. I got eyes on my chest, that's Fendi. Step to a high class. And I'm still in a tech fleece. My bro got a coupe, that's a Bentley. Money come nice, get plenty. Got a foreign little baddie in the crew with the face caked up, but you know that's. Took a snap in the E-class crew, now she tryna ask who's picking up in the Benz. Come off that flex, man, I'm not tryna flirt, man, you know I'm just friendly. These times, man, I might rather lose on the way to a crib, so she know I step pricey. Her old man left like a weirdo, I'm a hero, money ain't nothing like me. Can't force my flex at the function, do it nicely, be subtle, man, lightly. Got my game back in like 010, but man, YGs, I'm in love with the 90s. Don't show me no stripes, my bro, man, that's not like me, only step in the Nikes. You say my bro got a check, but I said lie with, man, just spend that wisely. Don't flex your checks on Snapchat or IG, don't do it on IG. Lie, bro, yeah, don't do it on IG.
Jewels that'll break my rules. On front page, see you. Page 6, call me for the interview. But can you look afford my view? Only bad ones in my crew. And you know that I'll ride in two. Then plus me, plus we, plus you. Catch a flight for the weekend, and I was thinking Mallorca could be real cute. I was born kinda spoiled and rude, and there's not much that I can do. So, what's up? Better fix your face, so step. Better get everything I want. And I know you're gonna really give it up, cause
Downtown Los Angeles. That's the location for the Celtics. When he's out on the floor, you always feel like he is always in control. Leading the way for his team will be Drew Holiday as they set to take the court in L.A. for the NBA's greatest cross-country rivalry, Celtics-Lakers. And back in a moment.
I'm just saying, I make this in 2 days.
It is evident I do better when I feel like the world against me and think I should never win. Can't stop and pocket profit every time the pussy win. He had to get it out the mud and rise up out the sentiment. Catch me early like Sunday school. Sunday school. Pastor play with the fool. Me, I just keep it cool. He tell me dirty. Ask for my dirty money. Talking wash away my sins like Jesus opened the laundry.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Lakers, off to a great start this season, currently in second.
And when I look at the Lakers, what an ideal start for them this season. I mean, it takes some teams a while to kind of come together. Not this group. They were ready right from the start.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The guards are Pritchard and White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, Lou Dort out there with Morant. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Rain Man. And it's Connect in a the 3. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
There's a screen. Morant passes to Baylor. Spins with the drive. Outside, Dort. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And obviously the season's just begun, but never too soon to check out the power rankings. Let's see how these teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Boston. They slide down to the 3rd spot, trying not to slide any further.
Well, I think for Los Angeles,
They love the situation they're in right now, playing very well, but looking ahead. They know there's still a lot left to prove.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
6 to shoot. No good there off the double clutch.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Back to Morant. Vanderbilt against Tatum. Nice move. Rips it home after the terrific move.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Up top, Porzingis. Fires from deep. Rebound the Lakers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The 3 from Morant. Hits the three-point bomb.
And you look at how ready Morant was for that. He was on his spot, feet planted, ready to fire.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Rain Man. He's averaging 52 points, then over 3.5 steals. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Great positioning on the putback. Bailey's got 6.
A hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And they double up Brown. White the pass to Pritchard. Back to White. Shoots over Dort. And it's White missing.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And you want to prevent Ja from driving to the rim, but you gotta also contest him at the mid-range and just hope it doesn't go in.
And here's Tatum for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Tatum's got his second bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Launches it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Morant passes to Bailey. Connect with it. He's covered by Brown. Driving to the basket. Morant outside. Puts it up. Bailey misses. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's a 3-point game. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Here's Bailey. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Celtics trail by 5. Tatum passes to Porzingis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there. Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Here's Bailey. He's got 8. Pass to Morant. Now connect. The 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Connects. Got 5 points so far.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Outside Tatum. Here's Pritchard. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Bailey. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 4. Nice ball movement by Boston. To the inside. Got a piece of it. And it's the Lakers on the break.
Well, great decision from Dort. If your teammate is open, get him the basketball. Nicely done.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Brown inside. And they double up Brown. Here's Bailey. 10 points for him. And there's the drive. Pass to Vanderbilt. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this.
Now Tatum, 8 points for him. Now here's Porzingis. There's Brown with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Into the lane. Porzingis with the block. Tatum passes to Porzingis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now just a 3-point Laker lead. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Dort. Morant right side. Up and in on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Listen, that is all you can do defensively. Lou Dort at times is just going to make tough shots.
Porzingis can't hit.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Bailey. Light covering. Bailey passes to Dort. Connect with it. Now here's Vanderbilt. Second chance shot. Pass to Bailey. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. From deep 3-point territory. And it's White with the rebound.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
The funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Here's Bailey. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Tatum. And here's Brown. And White kicks to Tatum. White setting the pick for Tatum. Over Vanderbilt. White wide open. He fires. Good. And it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Down low. Let's go. Count that one for Dort.
Boy, nice rise and fire from Lou Dort.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 6. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
White the pass to Porzingis. A kick out to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Porzingis. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin. Something special happening on that one, guys.
Isn't that the truth? Deciding to give this crowd, GA, a show.
The NBA, the best athletes in the world, and that is why it is a global game. That was beautiful.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Gabe Vincent is out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Rain Man. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Stevens in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And how about we check the numbers for him?
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Outside Holiday. Tatum on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And Drummond kicks to Tatum. And count it from 19 feet away. That's 10 points for Jason Tatum.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum. Ready to catch it and score it immediately.
Throws it up high. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Holiday looking for an opening. Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Clark. Clock at 4. Puts one up from 19. Here's Drummond. Got a hand on it. Here's Bailey. Defended by Drummond. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Inside, Bailey. Holiday brings the double team, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard in about the last 10 games in the NBA. During that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. In fourth, the Celtics.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really